Monday, June 8th, and honestly, my heart is pounding. If you ask me, we are witnessing a total implosion of sanity. Sonny has clearly decided that his version of justice is the only one that matters, and he is dead set on taking down Sidwell once and for all. I can see the coldness in his eyes. It is that familiar, terrifying look that reminds us all why he is the king of this town, but this time feels different. Laura is standing right there, literally begging him to see reason, and you can tell she is terrified of what happens to his soul if he crosses that line again. I keep thinking about how many times she has tried to pull him back from the ledge, but this time, I have a sinking feeling that his mind is already made up. And then there is Lucas. Oh, poor Lucas. Imagine being the one to overhear that conversation. He is in so deep now, and he probably wishes he could just forget every word he heard while lurking in the shadows. We know that Sonny does not like loose ends, and if he realizes Lucas knows about the hit on Sidwell, things are going to get messy very quickly. I am honestly worried for him, guys. The way the tension builds in these scenes is just masterful, but it leaves me feeling like we are all waiting for a bomb to go off. Do you think Laura can actually stop him, or is this just another chapter in a long, dark history of violence that we are destined to watch on repeat? Speaking of secrets, let's talk about the absolute minefield that is the situation with Phoebe. Alexis is so clearly excited about the adoption news, and I am happy for her. I really am, but I keep coming back to the idea that this is all a house of cards waiting to collapse. Ethan is trying so hard to keep his past with Delilah buried, and he thinks he has found a way out with this closed adoption, but he is forgetting one crucial factor, Ava. When she cornered him and asked that chilling question about whether he wanted her to keep her mouth shut, I felt a chill run down my spine. Ava never does anything for free, and she is absolutely going to use this leverage to control him. If you ask me, this is going to be the most delicious kind of chaos, because Ava loves nothing more than a good secret to play with. I really feel for Ethan, even if he is in over his head. He thinks he can outsmart the women of Port Charles, but he is clearly underestimating how much Ava knows. I am betting that she has been watching him for a long time, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Does anyone else think that these two might actually be forming a bizarre, twisted alliance? It is such a strange dynamic, but in this town, the most unlikely people often end up in the most tangled webs. I could be wrong, but I feel like we are only seeing the tip of the iceberg regarding what happened with Delilah and that little girl. Then we have Brooklyn, who is running around like a headless chicken trying to protect her marriage, asking Lucy for help. That is a bold move, guys. I love Lucy, but she is the last person I would trust with a delicate situation involving Willow and Chase. She is going to stir the pot so hard that the whole thing might just boil over. It is obvious to all of us that Brooklyn is terrified of losing her grip on Chase, and watching her scramble just makes me feel like she knows she is already losing the battle. Willow and Chase are clearly in their own little world right now, and that moment of pure joy they shared, that hug, it just felt so genuine, didn't it? It is the kind of thing that makes you root for them, even if you know it is going to end in heartbreak. I keep wondering why they are so happy. Is it just the relief of the adoption news, or is there something more? It feels like they are finally finding some peace, but we all know that peace in this town is just the calm before a hurricane. The way Liesel is hovering and warning Nina about getting involved, that is a huge red flag. Liesel knows more than she is saying, and she is clearly trying to save Nina from herself. Nina thinks she is doing the right thing by watching Willow, but Liesel sees the obsession for what it really is. Do you guys think Nina is going to listen, or is she going to dive headfirst into this mess and come out the other side scorched? It is fascinating how everyone is connected, isn't it? We have the mob drama with Sonny and the medical family drama with the Quartermains, and it all feels like it is converging on this one singular point of disaster. I am sitting here trying to map out who is going to break first. And honestly, I have no clue. Everything feels so fragile. I think we are headed toward a major collision of these storylines. And when that happens, I don't think anyone is coming out clean. We are watching a slow motion car crash, and we just can't look away. Maybe I am overthinking the connection between the mob hit and the family secret, but in a show like this, nothing is ever truly separate. Everything matters. Every glance, every whispered word in the hallway, every secret kept is just another nail in someone's coffin. I can't help but feel like the writers are leading us toward a massive revelation that will change everything we think we know about Phoebe's origins. If the truth about her parentage comes out while Sunny is busy trying to erase Sidwell, the fallout is going to be catastrophic. I keep coming back to the idea that Chase is being played, but he is so blinded by his feelings for Willow that he can't see what is staring him right in the face. And Brooklyn? She is trying so hard to be the perfect wife that she is becoming the very thing that pushes him away. It is so tragic, guys. If you ask me, the biggest mistake everyone in this town makes is thinking they can control the outcome of their own drama. But here in Port Charles, your past always has a way of showing up at your front door just when you think you have finally locked it. We're in for such a wild ride this week, and I am honestly terrified of what we might find out next. There is this lingering sense of dread that I just can't shake, no matter how much I try to focus on the brighter moments. Everything is balanced on a razor's edge, and one wrong move from any of these people is going to bring the whole thing down. I just hope they realize that before it is too late, but let's be real, they never do. I guess that is why we keep watching, because watching these people navigate their own inevitable self-destruction is just the most addictive, messy, and wonderfully chaotic thing I can think of. And I really do pity anyone who actually thinks their love lives or family feuds are complicated compared to the total train wreck that is about to hit these characters.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.